What's up, guys? Oh my freaking god, I can't believe it. Today is the day that we finally have Fallout 4. Yeah! So, I am beyond excited about this news. I have been waiting for Fallout 4 for far too long. Most of us have been waiting for Fallout 4 for far too long. I can't even say that. Fallout 4 for far too long. It's a crazy thing. It's a nutty thing that's been rumored for so long. And Bethesda has, toyed with our emotions about this game for so long. And we had leaks, and we had rumors, and we had fake websites and fake countdowns last year, if anyone remembers, early in the year leading into E3, that made it seem like Fallout 4 was definitely going to be showing up just to have it revealed to be a hoax. It was the worst goddamn thing. Honestly, Rule of 2 Review was only 6 or 7 months old at that time, and I even made a couple of videos about all that hype just to have the whole thing turn out to be a bunch of bullshit. And God, it was just the worst thing ever. But sure enough, we actually get an announcement of the game today. We had the reveal trailer, and I just can't believe it. It's the game that, for some reason, not even for some reason, I shouldn't say that because I know the reason, but just surprisingly, the whole gaming community, or a large portion of it, has been coming together to be excited about this game, and it just seems like the tide shifted today when Fallout 4 was officially announced. And an actual trailer was shown, and it's all gameplay, and it's gameplay that's actually going to be in the final game, unlike how games like Alien Colonial Marines and Watch Dogs, and there's another one I'm brain farting, where we get all these, initial gameplay videos that really are nothing like what the final product turns out to be. And we know that what we saw today was real, true Fallout 4 gameplay. And it's just crazy to me to think about all the rumors that we had been hearing for 2 years about this game, about it being set in Boston and involved with the Commonwealth and some of the characters and just the plight that you're going to be playing. And these rumors have existed for so long, and they've all turned out to be true. That's probably one of the most remarkable things about this reveal today to me, is that the first time we heard these rumors, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago, probably, was the first time we heard rumors of Fallout 4 being set in Boston, and they all came to fruition today. What are the odds that whole time everything was true? I mean, this is the gaming industry is an industry full of leaks and rumors and reports and hearsay and, what people want versus what actually happens, more so than I think any other industry or any other medium. And to know that this whole time these rumors were true, I mean, I keep repeating it, but it's just so amazing to me. And it just makes you wonder about a lot of the other rumors that you hear. I mean, hell, we just went through rumors about Nintendo and their next system, which is codenamed the NX, and if it's going to be using an Android-based operating system, which they certainly refuted the following day, but what if it still turns out to be true? What if when Nintendo tells us that Zelda won't be at E3 this year, it really will be at E3 this year, which I've been saying I don't think it will show up, but I mean, hell, you never know. 3 years of Fallout 4 rumors were true, which means when someone first said this crazy rumor a long time ago, it actually was real. There was probably somebody working on that game at that time that knew what was happening and wanted to get that out to the internet in some way, shape, or form, and it lasted this entire 2 or 3 years, however long it was. It never went away, and that just blows my mind. So I love Fallout. Fallout 3 is definitely one of the top 10 games of the last generation for me personally, one of my favorite open world games. It kind of set the bar for open world games for me, and it's the bar that I've held a lot of the games since up to. Even Skyrim, which on some days I may tell you I like Skyrim more, on other days I may tell you that I like Fallout 3 more. It's hard to tell. Oblivion was amazing. Same studio, of course. Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion. Fallout New Vegas, awesome, of course. Nowhere near as good as Fallout 3, but still a good, fun, aside kind of quest to what Fallout 3 was. The Grand Theft Auto games don't really appeal to me, but I know that as far as the open worldness, they're fantastic, and I understand why people love them, so I have nothing against it. Zelda is my preferred series to any of these ones that I'm naming, but you can argue how open world and how not open world the Zelda games have been. I feel like Twilight Princess and Wind Waker were extremely open world. Skyward Sword had a huge world to explore, and yes, you could go wherever you wanted at any given time, but if you weren't going to the place that game wanted you to go to, there wasn't really anything to accomplish. That's kind of the difference with Skyward Sword specifically. So, the sandbox style has been a very interesting thing to me. I recently picked up The Witcher. If you've been following my channel for even 2 weeks, you've heard my feelings on The Witcher, a game that I thought was going to be amazing and somehow has yet to live up to the hype because I'm sick of all the cinematic cutscenes. But I know it's a great game. Everyone loves it. And sometime before I die, I will go back to The Witcher 3 when I have a drought in gaming and I know I need to experience something epic and awesome. I will try to trudge through the beginning of that game again and see if I can find what it's supposed to do and deliver to me personally. But, you know, going back to the original point, it's Fallout to me, Fallout 3, 2008, that I think really made the big impact in sandbox games and in Bethesda's current game design, even more so than Oblivion, which was just a couple of years before it. So we get the announcement of Fallout 4. I crapped my pants. Everyone I knew on Facebook was just making posts about how amazing it was and how exciting it is. And, you know, the fact that Bethesda gave this to us a week and a half before their press conference at E3, which is really crazy. So who knows what else they're going to show at the conference. Hopefully they just give us a lot of Fallout 4 news, maybe even a release date. Maybe it's this year. I sure as hell am not expecting that game to come out this year, but who knows? We'll find out. So yeah, the trailer comes out. It's amazing. Everyone's excited until I see that people start complaining about the graphics of Fallout 4. Now, that's the real crux of this video, and you know, the other reason I wanted to make it. I initially was going to make one video discussing the announcement and the reveal of Fallout 4, and then another video breaking down people's reaction to the visuals. And then I decided that would have been forcing it, and why not just make one video talking about both, so I could be excited for a couple of minutes, and now I can be frustratingly pissed off at gamers, because I am shocked that people... I'm going to amend myself again, which I've done a couple of times. I'm actually not shocked at this, which is probably the bigger issue. Regardless, I'm just angry at gamers being upset about the visuals of Fallout 4. Because it really shows me, more than a lot of instances over the past couple of years where this has kind of come up, it really shows me that today's gamer is a confused mess of a gamer. That they're focusing on the visuals so much about a game that doesn't even look bad. It looks really great. You know, and it's also, I love that it's not cross-gen. Thank God they made this game only next-gen. It skipped the Wii U, which is stupid, because Bethesda, you have a fucking Pip-Boy right in your hand, but whatever, that's just me. You know, so it's skipping the Wii U. That's fine. I don't really care. I'm just glad the game's coming out. It's not cross-gen. And yet still people are complaining about the visuals, and why are gamers so focused on this? Good graphics are awesome. Good graphics are nice. In this 8th generation, in 2015, good graphics are expected. And I think that that is a fair thing to say. But I think that people's definition of good graphics, as well as how much weight people invest in graphics, is far off base. It's fucking shot to the moon the way people are reacting to this game, which looks fine, and still isn't pleasing people. People who say they've been waiting for Fallout 4 forever, and it was like the number one thing they couldn't wait for was going to save gaming for them. These are actual things I've seen in comments today. It was going to save gaming for them, but then I saw what it looked like, and it didn't wow me the way I expected, so now my hype is dead. Are you fucking crazy? Are you really speaking to me about these things? I feel like games development studios, I just don't even know if they know what to focus on making games, if these are the kinds of things that they see from people when they deliver a game that we've all been waiting for and people should just be excited for, and they pick apart the graphics like that, you know. And I guess I could understand if the game really was a turd visually. I mean, something so abhorrent that it would justify this stuff, it would be a different story, but it's not that way. It's a fine looking game, and to tell you the truth, anyone who's played any of Bethesda's stuff, mostly the Elder Scrolls or the Fallout series, you really should know what their engine is like, and this just looks like a much better looking version of the same engine. And I don't know that, but if that was true, I guess I could see the argument of, well, why didn't you just spend the time to build a brand new engine for a new generation? Okay, that's true. Even I would have liked that. But at the end of the day, the Fallout experience is what makes the Fallout experience, you know? And the visuals really have never been the key to what makes Fallout great. You know, yes, we should expect a bump up in visuals, but I think that we got that. And let me also add this other thing about the visuals. If anything, building on a point I made earlier in this video, we have at least seen what we know we're going to get. This isn't a Watch Dogs or an Aliens. This is Fallout 4. We have seen what we will be playing whenever this game comes out, whether it is this year, next year, or 2057, however long it takes this game to release. We've seen the game that we're going to play. And no matter what anyone says or how disappointed they may be in the visuals, I think that that is what is paramount in this scenario, because that is going to stand the test of time when we actually get the game that we've that we've seen. And then people can't be at least disappointed in the visuals at the time the game releases, because that really bit games like Watch Dogs in the ass. You know, even though Watch Dogs sold very well, that was such a major controversy leading into the release of that game and after that game released. So, you know, I have to applaud Bethesda in that one respect. They're not trying to pull the wool over anyone's eyes. They're showing you exactly what they're giving you when this game releases. And I'm sure that all those people who've complained about it will still end up buying the game anyway. I get that. It's just so frustrating and disappointing, man. I mean, I just don't know what gamers want out of games anymore. You know, it's like, are you really so focused on the visuals that a game that you should otherwise know will be excellent if you've already enjoyed the Fallout games is ruined to you because it doesn't look quite as good as you expected? It's just kind of despicable. It disgusts me, really, to see gamers be this way. And again, I'll close on this one last point. I say that as somebody who likes pretty games. I like games to look good. I think what's most important is that the game looks, A, that it gets the job done at least. It looks serviceable enough. And B, that it is at least a style that is committed to by its developer. It just is delivering the experience for whatever game you're playing in the way that it's meant to. It doesn't matter what the game looks like. It doesn't matter if it looks like Halo, or if it looks like Call of Duty, or if it looks like The Order 1886, or if it looks like Splatoon. I mean, if it looks good for what it's trying to do, awesome. That's all it should really do, and that's all gamers should expect. The fact that gamers who loved Fallout 3 for being a great game are less excited for the sequel because of the visuals, to me tells me that they don't know what makes a good Fallout game. Because if you think it's just about a game looking great in 2015 on your PlayStation 4, your Xbox One, or your PC, then you're not fucking gaming right. You're just doing it wrong. Or if anything, you're playing Fallout wrong, because Fallout is about the world, the immersion, the side quests, the interaction, you know, the goofy things that make Fallout what it is, like weird character animations and repetitive voice actors. That stuff is just kind of the quirky nature. It's kind of the charisma of the series and of these last couple Fallout games. It's what draws us to them, you know? And I like that it looks like the game is sticking to that. To me, it looked like the exact same engine, only much, much better. And yes, I said much, much better. I still think the game looks damn great. That's the last point I'll make is, okay, it doesn't look as good as The Order 1886, you know, but it still looks pretty damn great. It looks very pretty, and it remains to be seen. It's also unfinished, so it might even look better by the time the game comes out. Everyone's comparing, talking about the fur on the dog and on, you know, and all this stuff, and it doesn't look like next-gen fur. Who the fuck cares about fur? I mean, if it looked great, yes, then it's like we can ogle it. But it doesn't look great. It looks just okay. That's fine. It's okay for it to look okay. It has to play well. It has to be a great world. They have to have developed this brand new city. Boston needs to feel like an amazing place for us to have a Fallout adventure and get involved in side quests. So, you know, that's it. I'm going to wrap up there. I'm going to go back to the beginning of this video where I was super excited, because I am super excited about Fallout 4. You should be super excited about Fallout 4. Anyone who's played Fallout and loves it should be excited about this game. Who cares what it looks like? It doesn't look like a disgusting disaster of a game, so let's just be excited. Let's not put so much weight in graphics. Graphics are nice. They should be good. It's 2015. Sometimes they should be better, but who cares if a game is going to be great? That's what gaming should be, and I just don't want anyone to forget that. Who's excited to go to Boston? I know I am. Hopefully you're excited to go to Boston with me. In a week and a half, Bethesda's going to have their first ever E3 press conference. I'm sure we're going to get a ton more information about Fallout 4. Let's be excited. I can't freaking wait. What do you guys think? Thanks for tuning in and listening to my half excitement and half rant video. You know, if you're new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe to Rule of Two Review, like, share, and comment below about Fallout 4. And if you agree with me, or if you just think I'm a complete idiot and you're just pissed because the graphics look like turds on a stick, you tell me what you guys think. Thanks for watching. I will catch you guys next time on another video for Rule of Two Review.